Vice-Chancellor, graduates, colleagues, families and friends, it is a great pleasure to present Shanaz Gulzar MBE for the award of Honorary Doctor of Letters. Born in Keighley and still living in the district, Shanaz has spent her career helping us to look more closely at the places we think we know. After graduating with a degree in fine art from Leeds Metropolitan University in 1995, she developed a practice that crosses visual art, digital media, installation, theatre, film, and public space. Through her work, she has created projects that have reached audiences in galleries, theatres, parks, streets, and public spaces across the UK. What connects this diverse body of work is a curiosity about people and place. Shanaz has consistently explored how stories are shaped by the landscapes we inhabit, the communities we belong to, and the histories we inherit. Many will know her from the BBC series Yorkshire Walks. Travelling across the county with the eye of an artist, she invited viewers to look beyond the familiar landscape and discover the histories, memories, and communities embedded within it. The same curiosity can be found in Hidden Histories, the Lost Portraits of Bradford. Through the remarkable archive of Bellevue Studios in Manningham, Shanaz traced the lives of people whose journeys brought them to Bradford from South Asia, the Caribbean, and Eastern Europe. In doing so, she showed how family photographs can become a part of a city's history and how ordinary lives contribute to the story of a place. Alongside her artistic practice, Shanaz has worked with organisations including Bite the Mango Film Festival, Impressions Gallery, the Yorkshire Film Archive, National Theatre of Wales, and Manchester International Festival. Across those roles, she has championed artists, supported new work, and created opportunities for others. Many people will know Shanaz and Dan Bates, who was honoured earlier today, through Bradford 2025. In 2020, she became chair of Bradford's bid to become UK City of Culture. Working with partners across the district, she helped develop a compelling case for Bradford and played a central role in securing the title. Following that success, Shanaz took on an even greater responsibility when she became creative director of Bradford 2025. Working with artists, communities, cultural organisations and civic partners, she helped shape a programme that reached across the district and brought local stories to national and international audiences. Under her creative leadership, Bradford 2025 has combined internationally significant artistic work with deep engagement across the district. It has demonstrated that artistic excellence and community participation can strengthen one another. Many across the cultural sector now regard Bradford 2025 as one of the most successful and fully realised interpretations of the City of Culture model to date. The same artist who explored family photographs in the Bellevue archive later found herself helping tell the story of an entire district to the nation. Throughout her career, Shanaz has shown how culture can help us understand where we live and who we are. She has brought creativity, intelligence, and generosity to everything she has done and has made an outstanding contribution to the cultural life of Bradford, Yorkshire, and the United Kingdom. Vice-Chancellor, in recognition of her achievements as an artist, producer, and cultural leader, and for her contribution to culture and public life, it is my privilege to present Shanaz Gulzar MBE for the award of Honorary Doctor of the Letters.
Shanaz, by the authority vested in me, I confer upon you an honorary degree of Doctor of Letters. Many congratulations. Would you like a photograph as well? Okay, ready for your speech.
Thank you, everyone. And don't worry, I've only got a short speech, so we can get on with the real celebrations of all the graduates today. Vice-Chancellor, outgoing Vice-Chancellor, members of the academic staff, family, friends, and graduates, I'm honoured to be here today to accept this honorary doctorate. Now, I could tell you all about how fantastic City of Culture was and what a brilliant job Dan and I did last year, but we celebrated Dan earlier today and we're having a moment to celebrate me. I could speak to you about the importance of education to help lift us from where we started and our destinations that we haven't yet dreamed of. I could also speak to you about effort and effort paying off, making our parents, communities, and ourselves proud. I could speak to you of my parents' journey, arriving in this country with nothing but their intelligence, wit, curiosity, and above all, work ethic. But that's the story of so many of their generation. What I want to speak to you about is friendship. The friends that we choose, those that choose us, and the accidental friends. They witness and know the best and the worst of us, and often encourage us where others would say stop. I lost one of my closest friends earlier this year, my sister, my co-parent, and the vacuum that's been left behind is palpable. She gave me permission to keep doing the things that I was scared of. She also gave me permission to do the things that I really shouldn't have. But everything else in life becomes more calculated as life progresses. And she reminded me to keep dreaming and keep imagining. There are many types of friends, and parents can fall into that category sometimes too. Believe me, they can. My mum's here today. For instance, my father. He was a charming and friendly man with a sparkling personality, very intelligent, and knew how to hold a crowd. He was a mill worker first, like many of his generation, and then took the leap in the 80s and became a corner shop owner. At his wake in 2023, he was described as having the ability to make everyone feel like he was their best friend. He did that to all 8 of his children. We all thought he was our best friend. We could pretty much talk about anything. Politics, ideas, reading. We also argued a lot. But most of all, we pushed each other into spaces that we found uncomfortable for both of us. My sisters, my daughter, who are here today, would also think that my father saw them the most. This is a special skill, to make everyone feel like they are seen. This matters to help us to take the risk to do the things that we might not otherwise think that we are capable of. My mother, who's here today, now our arguments, they rested on how many times I could burn the jar. Now, anyone who's of a South Asian background, you would know that that requires quite some doing. But give me a book and the world disappears. If you ask my mum after the ceremony, she'll really enjoy telling you about the smoke often seen emanating from the kitchen as I sat reading and the milk burnt to a blackened mess. Having said that, she was the reason I had the book. She took us to the library every Saturday. She understands the power of literacy. My mum lived her life unable to read or write. However, in her 70s, she decided to learn the Quran and gift herself the literacy of faith. Ours is a complicated friendship. My mum didn't expect that we would be graduates or stood on stages like this, not because that she didn't want it for us, but because she felt our circumstances worked against us. Often conversations were along the lines of, this wasn't meant for people like us, this wasn't meant for people of our class, don't go for the things that might hurt you, don't be visible, and so on. But here today, I can tell you that she is one of my best advocates, and I still get told off for not seeing her enough. The friends we choose are our closest confidants, our biggest cheerleaders, and help us imagine even when we are constrained and told to stay in our box. Friends enable our imagination to see ourselves through their eyes and help us make our dreams a reality. You're all here with friends who have helped you make that dissertation deadline, bought you the sweets to keep you going, took you to the parties that you shouldn't have been at, but also took you to the library to help you complete your work. Enjoy these relationships, enjoy nurturing each other, and enjoy the adventures that you're yet to have together. I never imagined that I would be stood here today with an honorary doctorate and giving my mother the opportunity to enjoy saying my daughter is a doctor. However, don't ask her to medically treat you because she'll prescribe you books and education. I'd say that's more powerful than anything doctors could prescribe, and I know there are doctors in the audience today, so I'm sorry. However, I think it's an incredible, powerful gift of books and education. I'm really proud of all your achievements today, and as your horizons continue to widen and your adventures grow, keep your friends close, the expected and unexpected ones. Thank you.